Hello, I'm Claire Snowden-Darling,
I'm Laura Knowles.
and we are the founders of the College of Functional Wellness and the creators of Functional Kinesiology.
Aren't we just?
We are. We would like to talk to you today about what the training process looks like to become a functional kinesiologist, and why would you do that, and what can you do with it afterwards?
Be an amazing practitioner. Do what we do, which
Three
is a
very
brilliant
different
job.
Well, to be fair, back in 2000 and, about 2007, you thought my job looked so good that you decided to quit your job and come and do the same job. And you were right. Here we are.
Well, I was working in a corporate role, and I hear this a lot when students are thinking about studying, that they've landed themselves often quite high up in a corporate role and have discovered that they hate it. And so actually retraining and doing something that you love and are passionate in is just the best.
It is the best. And we see this a lot in clinic, actually, don't we? It's that, right, well, I've got the partner, I've maybe had the children, I've bought the house, I've got the job of my dreams. Oh, this isn't what I wanted. So we call it the Etch-a-Sketch, don't we?
We do.
Change
I don't want any of this.
Don't want any of
We've both done it. We've both done it. To create the lives of our dreams, we've both etch-a-sketched.
So let's really quickly talk about what is kinesiology, and then what does it take to become a kinesiologist? Because I'm going to be honest, the training pathway for kinesiology is so brilliant and short and so much cheaper than other complementary therapies. It's one of the reasons I chose it.
Really?
Yes.
I think one of the reasons I chose it is because it is a modality that contains so much. It's not just looking at nutrition, it's not just looking at body work, it's not just looking at emotions, it's the whole kit and caboodle. That is what.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I love the most about it. But the idea for me, I was like, I could love this as much as I love it, but the idea of spending 7 years training in something, no, that was never going to work for me, because I want to get on with it. That's just totally how I am. And that is
also that if you are in a job or a career, then this is something that you can study at the weekends.
Yes, and you can actually start earning from really quickly. So I know that, for example, with things like nutritional science or acupuncture, it's a really long way down the road before you can actually start charging clients. But with this one, you just need to have done the foundation course. So really quickly, kinesiology is this incredible therapy that we've just sort of mentioned. It encompasses everything. We work with nutrition, we work with diet, we work with the electrical fields of the body. So we use Chinese 5-element theory, we use acupuncture meridians, vibrational essences. We work with emotion, so we get really stuck in there with a load of fantastic emotional tools, help people break through those blocks. And there is this bodywork element, because it stems out of chiropractic. So that's where it started in the 1960s. Great doctor called Dr. Goodhart, great name. And he was a chiropractor in America who discovered this. So there are some glorious techniques. Like we work with all sorts of things. We work with the jaw, and we work with a valve in the bowel to help with things like irritable bowel syndrome. And we do, putting corrections in the pelvis. It's just glorious, utterly glorious. Fundamentally, kinesiology is known because we use muscle testing, and there are 48 muscles in the body that have connections via nerves into organs. So when we're testing the muscle, we're actually getting biofeedback from the body about imbalances, and from there we can look to rectify them. So it's just phenomenal. However, functional kinesiology, we have moved on even a step from that, because we both trained in a couple of different kinesiology modalities. And there's lots of different kinesiologies out there. But functional kinesiology was born out of our frustration at both our ill health that wasn't getting any better despite doing everything we were supposed to do, and also our overwhelm and uncertainty as practitioners sat there when people came in with really big issues like autoimmune conditions or IBS that we just couldn't clear, or these huge emotional issues, or skin problems that just weren't going away, or chronic fatigue, in my case, fibromyalgia, ME, the list is endless. The chronic conditions that the medical model haven't got anything for. And actually, a lot of complementary medicine doesn't have anything for. So that led to you and I going down this rabbit hole of a huge amount of research and kind of fusing these amazing tried and tested kinesiology techniques with the latest scientific research coming out of nutritional science. And functional kinesiology was born. And we really do focus, don't we, on hormonal interplay. So blood sugars and diet, stress hormones, those pesky sex hormones that are starting to cause lots of bother, the immune system, the digestion, and then how we put it all together. So really the issues that people are dealing with.
We offer training in the UK, and it is very different from the training in the US. So that's worth mentioning. If you are based in the US, then you need to go off in a different direction. We are training kinesiologists in the UK. And the training pathway starts with the foundation course, which is 5 weekends. It consists of 4 weekends of training, a 1-day consolidation, and then a 1-day assessment. Once you've passed your foundation training, then you can move up to the practitioner training, which is all the juicy stuff that Claire was talking about. It's the hormones, it's the stress, it's the digestion, it's the immune system. And that is a 9-month journey. That is weekend based, apart from one module, which is a deep dive retreat. And that is 6 days. And then at the end of that training, there is also another assessment day with a written paper and clinical assessments.
Can I just say that you can actually be in clinic charging as a foundation practitioner once you've done your foundation course. This was something that was really huge for me because I literally started my clinic as a foundation practitioner, and then, you know, as I evolved, my clients, you know, they started paying more, and that's how my practice evolved. And that's one of the things that I love about kinesiology, is it can pay for itself as you go along.
Yeah, absolutely. And the foundation course, you learn the basics, you learn how to muscle test, you learn the different muscle organ connection, but you also learn things like food sensitivity testing. So you can absolutely have a clinic.
You really can. And emotional techniques, it's glorious. Check out the website. It's glorious.
But if you are going to be a kinesiologist, then you need a governing body. And yes. A governing body is an organization that supports you as you get into practice. It also supports you as a student. And we are part of the Kinesiology Federation. And their guidelines for becoming a kinesiologist is that you have this foundation course followed by the practitioner course, but you also have 4 core subjects and mentoring that you need to add as part of your training program. And these core subjects are a nutrition course, a coaching interpersonal skills course so that you can learn how to speak to clients, anatomy and physiology training, and a practice management course, which is looking at how to actually run a clinic. Now, we offer, as part of our college, we offer the nutrition, the coaching interpersonal skills, and the business course. We also outsource the anatomy and physiology course to a accredited supplier. So we offer the entire training program. And then you need 4 mentoring sessions. So when you have your training in place, you've got your core subjects, you've got your mentoring, and you have, I believe it's 200 clinic hours, then you can be recognized as a registered kinesiology practitioner with the Kinesiology Federation. So that is the whole journey, and it takes roughly 2 years.
Roughly 2 years. We are also accredited with the Federation of Holistic Therapists. So we are accredited by 2 different governing bodies. And because of all of the kit and caboodle that Laura was just talking about, they consider this to be a kinesiology diploma. So this is a full kinesiology diploma with the Federation of Holistic Therapists, and it is considered a professional practitioner training with the Kinesiology Federation. So you can go to both or either of those governing bodies, which is really super exciting. And the whole course is completely insured and underwritten by a very, very well-known insurance company for complementary therapies. So that's the training pathway. And it, like I said, it's a couple of years, but you are able to be in practice straight away, which I just loved so much, because I really am sort of a just get on with it kind of person. But you also don't have to. You can take your time, you can be supported, you can have as much guidance as you like. So what do we do with it afterwards, Laura? What do we do?
You can go into clinic. I mean, that's absolutely what I wanted to do and what I did do. And so you can run a clinical practice. Part of doing the business course is that you learn how to run a self-employed business, because it's a skill in itself. And the glorious thing about doing that is that you charge the money that you want, you work the hours that you want, you work where you want, you see the clients you want, you are the one who controls your work, which is a glorious, glorious position to be in. The other career pathways that you can look at is becoming a mentor, which are becoming more and more popular as more and more of us are struggling with emotional difficulties, especially off the back of things like COVID. Businesses, for example, are looking for professional coaches who can actually hold emotional space and work with people from an emotional perspective. You can also look at becoming a teacher. So we actually offer a training pathway for teachers to either teach the foundation training or to teach the practitioner to teach other people. And it is a glorious career to do, because then you get such a variety of different, so you've got the clinical practice, which is amazing to have that one-to-one personal contact with the public, but also having that teaching element. It really sort of shakes it up and makes it very diverse.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's kind of everything. That's everything that we wanted to tell you about. So what is kinesiology, how to train in it, and then what you can do with it. And yeah, we are very excited to be offering this whole course. And yeah, basically the whole idea behind it was, we know that there are a lot of really ill people in the country, and we know that our NHS system is, you know, under-resourced and absolutely struggling. And a lot of the chronic conditions it can't help take up a lot of time and take up a lot of money. And our vision really is to have, you know, some fantastic, huge amount of fantastically trained practitioners who are so passionate about helping people to take the power back and to get their health back. So that'd be that emotional health or physical health, or both. And that really was the why that we created this course and the college. So if you'd like to find out more, please check out the website. We've got loads of information all over YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and come and ask us any questions.